In today's video, we are breaking down the subtle and not so subtle signs that you might be struggling with low self-esteem without even realizing it. And the number one on my list is that you don't know how to speak up for yourself. You always avoid conflict. You're always avoiding confrontations so that you will not come off as troublesome. So you sit and take disrespect from people every time. You sit at tables where you are not welcome. You swallow disrespect from people all in the name of you are trying to keep the peace. That is not you being peaceful. That is not you being a peacemaker. That is not you being humble. That has nothing to do with humility. You just have low self-esteem. You let people walk all over you, especially in friendship groups. Your friends are low-key mean to you, but you let it slide every time because you feel too small to call them out. You are scared to speak up for yourself because you're like, who am I to confront them? But the truth is, every time you shy away from confrontations, you will end up being a resentful person. You cannot challenge them when they do nonsense. You need to stop kissing up to people. If people are always acting mean towards you, they constantly disrespect you, they make you feel less valued, they always make you feel like crap, then you need to start confronting people. And if you confront them and there are no changes, my dear, love yourself enough to walk away from this kind of people. Pack your bags and leave that table. Choosing to still sit at a table with people that do not value you, that do not treat you nicely, they disrespect you, that means you don't hold yourself in high regards and you have low self-esteem. Now, of course, there are exceptions because sometimes you really cannot speak up or challenge someone, especially when you need them. I have been there before. I have let some people get away with a tiny weeny bit of disrespect because at that time I needed them. And that is where wisdom comes in. You have to be smart about it. The minute I got what I wanted from these people and I knew that I didn't have to rely on them anymore for anything, I cut them off quick, quick, sharp, sharp. In certain situations like that, you don't just need to react. You know that you would react if the situation was different. But because you are wise and you are smart, you don't just react, you apply wisdom. Another sign that you have low self-esteem is that you downplay yourself a lot. Like someone gives you a nice compliment. Let's say the person says, "Oh, you have really nice eyes." Instead of you to say, "Oh, thank you," you're like, "Oh, I didn't know that it was that nice." Or somebody says, "Oh, I like your dress. You look really good." And you go, I didn't know that I look that good in it. Oh, my arms are big. I didn't know that my arms are going to fit this dress. Really? You see how ridiculous I sound? That is exactly how ridiculous you sound when you downplay yourself. Let's be honest. Drop a comment if you've been there before because I definitely have been there before. I used to be so bad at taking compliments, even when I knew that I looked good. Bro, I looked at myself in the mirror like 10 times before I left the house, so I know for sure that I look good. But when I get compliments, I'll still try to act humble and say things like, "Oh, really? I didn't know that I look this good." Just so I will not come off as being proud or doing too much. But my dear, let me tell you, that fake humility looks ridiculous. But now I am so good at taking compliments. If somebody gives me a compliment and tells me that you look good, with my full chest and with a big smile on my face, I tell you thank you. And on days where I want to feel extra, extra, I'm feeling super good about myself, I will tell you, I know. Thank you so much because yes, I know that I look good. And yes, you notice, as you should. Thank you for noticing the greatness that is me, for not holding back from appreciating me. So, my love, no dimming of that glow. Do not downplay yourself. Stop downplaying yourself. Take that compliment like the real babe that you are. It's not easy, honestly, because sometimes I still struggle with taking compliments, but I handle it better now because now when someone compliments me and I catch myself trying to shrink or downplay myself, I immediately snap myself out of it. I smile and I accept it with grace. Like, thank you. We're no longer doing that fake humility here anymore. My love, stop shrinking yourself. Just take the compliment and own it. Number three sign that you're struggling with low self-esteem without even realizing it is that you're always trying to squeeze yourself into a version of you that other people want just so they will accept you. And this happens a lot in friend groups, like in friendships and even in romantic relationships. You start changing different things about you, how you dress, how you act, just to fit into the box that they have created for you. In some friendships, you find yourself doing things that you normally would not do just to feel like you belong. There was a time a girl was telling me about her circle of friends. The only thing that they talk about every time, if they are gathered to have a conversation, The only thing they talk about is how to get men to fund their lifestyle. They have this lavish lifestyle that they have in their head. So their mission is just to look for men that will fund it. That is the only conversation that they have anytime they are gathered. And she's not that type of a person that wants to go on that path or indulge in that kind of conversation. But now this is where strong self-esteem comes in. Even though she has friends around her, which I don't even really encourage, because it's better to just stay away from those kind of people if you know that that's not what you want for yourself. Just stay away. But this is where strong self-esteem comes in. Even when her friends are having these conversations and they're actively working to get this man, she didn't feel the need to join them just to prove that she's a smart babe. She can fit in as well. She was not moved by any of those things. She knew what she stood for and she was not moved by any of those things that her friends were doing. But when you have a low self-esteem, it's a different story entirely. You don't have a mind of your own. Anywhere your friends push you to, that's where you go. They push you here, you follow. You just want to be accepted. You want to fit in so bad that you don't want them to feel like, oh, you don't know what's up, or you are not a cool babe. Maybe you don't even like clubbing. You don't like these wild parties up and down, but you force yourself into it just to fit in. That is you just losing yourself trying to be accepted, and that smells so bad of low self-esteem. The same thing happens in romantic relationships. This guy just comes out of nowhere and decides to be with you in a relationship, but he starts making bad remarks about your body, saying things like, "Oh, I don't really like big girls," and you're a big girl, though. He saw you, but he's not telling you that, "Ah, I don't really like big girls. Ah, baby, like this your body. You need to reduce. You are getting too fat." Instead of you to chop food, my sister, chop food, you end up starving yourself just so you prove to him that you're worthy of his love. Or maybe he says things like, "I don't like girls that wear makeup. I don't like girls that show too much skin." And then suddenly you stop doing these things, not because you don't enjoy them, not because you don't like them, but because you're trying to fit into his box, hoping that it will make you more worthy of his love. You let go of your style, you let go of your personality, and sometimes you even let go of your values just to hold on to a man that constantly makes you feel like you are not enough. You stay in a relationship with a narcissist that constantly tears down your confidence instead of you to love yourself enough to leave that crappy, dusty rat of a man. You start doing everything, even the things that you're not comfortable with, you start doing them just to prove yourself to that rat so that he will pick you and choose you. But here's the truth: if you have to bend yourself backwards every time and lose yourself just to be loved by a man, that's not love. It's not worth it at all. You know what real love is? Real love starts from you loving yourself first. If you've been watching all of my videos, you will notice something by now that I always see. Put yourself first. Whatever it is that you are doing, whether it's trying to lose weight, whether it's changing or choosing a lifestyle, or changing how you dress, whatever, make sure that you are the center of it all. Make sure you are doing it for yourself, not because you want to try to impress somebody or be accepted by somebody. The goal should always be you are trying to be a better version for yourself first. And when you're a better version for yourself, the right person or the right people will always find you. Yes, sometimes another person might inspire your growth or your decision to change, because I have personally been in a relationship where I knew that I had to work on certain areas of myself, not just for him or for the relationship that we had, but because it was affecting me as a person. These things were affecting me as a person, and it was affecting my relationship that I had with other people. So I chose to work on those things. I chose to grow, not just because of the relationship or because of the man, but because I genuinely wanted to be a better person for myself first, which by extension, it will now be better for him. He's going to benefit from me being a better person. I don't know if you understand. So even if the relationship ends, even if the relationship does not even work out, I will walk out of that relationship proud of myself because I became a better person. The relationship opened my eyes to see that there are things I needed to work on. And I am a better person now. I'm not going to leave the relationship feeling like I lost myself. I became somebody else that I am not just because I was trying to fit into his version. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. So here's the key. If you are changing anything about yourself, let it be that you're doing it for you first, not because you have been pressured to do it. If you're constantly forcing yourself or pressuring yourself to fit into a mold just to please somebody or please people, especially in a romantic relationship, that's not love. That's just you have that's just you with low self-esteem. Because what you're supposed to do is to love yourself enough to leave that relationship. Because you're supposed to leave, but you choose to stay there. You allow yourself to be pressured. Always remember, put yourself first. You're allowed to grow. You deserve to grow, but not at the cost of losing who you truly are. Number four sign that you are struggling with low self-esteem is people pleasing. Yeah. You are eager to always please people. You are willing to go over and beyond to make other people feel happy while abandoning yourself and abandoning how you feel. I have a video on this channel where I spoke deeply about people pleasing and how to break free from that habit. So I'm not going to speak so much about people pleasing in this particular video. I'm going to link the video somewhere here, or I'll put the link in the description box below. So do well and check that particular video. Well, this is all I have for you in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.